Namaskar, Suraj Singh, back to you just to talk about daily issue which is Constitution of Bharat and relative aspects that in general I discuss with you people just to remind you every day that we have this document with us. हमारे पास है ये देश का संविधान, देश का डॉक्यूमेंट, नंबर वन कानून, नंबर वन नियम जिसको पार्लियामेंट ने नहीं हमने बनाया. We constituted this, not parliament, not Lok Sabha, not Rajya Sabha. This is our document, our sole container. We have to respect this document. If we don't respect the document, we miss everything. Again and again, I'm telling because I also feel not good to speak again and again, but because it is required in national interest, in public interest, in my interest and your interest. Because there are so many things in this document. If you remember what Krishna said, though it's about Gita and nothing to really do with constitution, and it relates to us because we are sleeping society. Why it relates to us? Just think of what Krishna said in Gita. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirabhavati bharat. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirabhavati bharat. अबे उत्थाम धर्मस्य तदात्मनम सृजामि अहम प्रहरितरणाय साधूनाम विनाशाय च दशरथाम धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. What did he say? We have to understand that. You know all that. You know meaning of this, but you are not applying that meaning to this. Krishna said, whenever there is a problem on this earth, actually he said, Bharat or Bharat, now we consider this Bharat ours. That Krishna assured everyone that I will be there to set right pollution, set right spoiling of this earth, set right all those criminals, and set right all those illegal people, illegal working people. I am just telling in common language. I am not telling what Sanskrit language says. Krishna has showed that whenever sin rises to a level above your nose, above your eyes, when you are dipping in sin, when people are worried, people are not having benefits of good deed, righteousness, I'll be there to remove all sins. I'll be there to remove all wrongs. All those people who are criminals, all those people who are devils, I will finish them, and for that I shall come to this earth, Bharat, and you will get benefit. I'll set right out those who are good people. I'll punish all those who are criminals and I'll kill them actually, and that's what he said. And reset institutions of dharma, institution dharma, and dharma which we follow actually. It's not Hindu religion, it's not Muslim religion, dharma. And dharma doesn't mean any religion. Dharma means whatever is right is dharma and what is not right is adharma. This is what we accept. So why I'm referring to this, it's not because I'm teaching something to you about dharma. Is not that. Krishna is not going to come now. Ram is not going to come now. He has come through your soul. Everybody inside you is affected by power of Krishna and affected by power of Ram, but you have to identify that power. You have to identify that spirituality inside you, which tells you, make something for you, do something for you, but we are not understanding that. Krishna is there, Ram is there, God is there, everyone is there inside everybody. But we are not able to identify and pull it out. We are only understanding what we see by eyes. We are not understanding what our soul sees and our conceptuality sees. You can say our mind sees, and we cannot understand that because we are all connected to God, connected to nature directly, but we are not aware of that. We are only aware of this body, and body is not permanent, but soul is permanent. That is what is said in all faiths. This body doesn't die. The soul doesn't die, but soul is there, and Krishna is there, Ram is there. All gods are there in our souls, but we have to identify and use them. So crimes are there, we have to remove crimes. Bad things are there, we have to remove bad acts. We have to do ourselves. Who will come there? It's all concept that Krishna will come and Ram will come. They have already come. They are inside everybody, but we are not able to identify, understand that. And that is why I'm saying you have to understand. Our soul lies in our country's document, and that document is the Constitution of India. Constitution of India is Bharat ka Samvidhan, and Bharat ka Samvidhan itself is a soul of ours. It's not a document simply. You cannot say it's a book. No, it's not a book alone. It's a book for purpose of communication, for purpose of, we say we have to follow every act in letter and spirit. We say that, or we have to follow certain principle in letter and spirit. So where are we following? Is it enough that we have just to understand, oh, this is a constitution and people will take care of this, government will take care of it, court will take care of it? No, it's not that. It's not for court, it's not for government, it's not for parliament, it's for you. Each and every citizen of this country, Bharat, he has a responsibility to check that this is applied in letter and spirit. But we are not doing that. Okay, I am not blaming young people, I am not blaming children, I am not blaming very old people also. But those who are illiterate, they can be excused. But those are not illiterate, those are very well educated, cannot be excused. They are not taking any interest in the Constitution of India. This means they are not taking interest in development of our country, in existence of our country and future of this country. That is the criteria we have to understand. Why don't you understand that it's a requirement for you? It's not for foreign country, it's for you. It is your document and it affects your life because this applies onto you. You cannot run away from this, you cannot escape this, you have to follow this. That is what it is. If you don't follow this, you will face problems. If you don't understand this, you will face problems. You shall face problems and you are facing problems because you are not having a thorough understanding about your home, and which is Bharat, India, you other than your own home. You can handle your own home regularly, you know that what principles apply there and what laws apply there. But this is a big home, biggest home, which you call your home. When you are overseas, you say, my home is India, my home is Bharat, my home is this and that. You call only for sake of calling, but you are not understanding what your home is. Your home is not for rich, your home is not for poor, it's for all. Being rich is not a crime, but being poor is also not a crime. We are unfortunate because you are poor, because Constitution has not been applied adequately, properly. What it says, this Constitution says that it should be a sovereign country, right? It should be a sovereign country. We are sovereign, but do you know meaning of sovereign? You don't know meaning of sovereign. We are a socialist country. It's agreed. It's a socialist country. But are you socialist? That is a question which you have to understand yourself, analyze. You did not teach of someone, or you didn't learn from someone. You don't know what is sovereign, what is socialist. Do you know what is secular? You also don't know. So you simply say all religions are existing in this country and that's why it's secular. No, it's not complete definition, it's part definition. Then come on to next one. This is democratic. Do you know what is democracy? Oh, you will say vote this and that and that. No, that is not simple democracy. There's only vote-cracy. Your right of suffrage or your right of franchise is a part of democracy. This is not complete democracy. And then republic. What is republic? You also don't know what is republic. Then what do you know about principles of your constitution? Except advocates and judges. Do you know that? Is it not your duty to know it? Is it not your right to know it? Then why don't you apply your right? Why don't you have an effort? Why don't you apply an effort to know about this constitution? You may be very big person, you may be managing director, you may be minister, you may be very, very high profile doctor and engineer, but you have no time to understand your life, your partner of constitution. Why don't you understand that? These are principles on which we are running, this country is running, and this we did ourselves for us. Nobody gave. England did not come to give us. America did not come to give us. Pakistan did not come to give us. We ourselves opted for this under law, under existence of our society, and we have applied ourselves in a combined effort, in a joint effort, severally and fully, with full power. That's what I'm saying. We created security for our people, and that is security of justice, security of equality, and security of liberty. Then why don't you understand that? How to achieve that for ourselves and how to achieve it for others? It's not simply for me alone or you alone, it's for every citizen of this country. We have to take this point into our minds and then check what we are doing or what we are not doing, and then all this leads to creation of fraternity, which is called brotherhood, among each and every citizen of this country. And this is what our constitution is. Forget all articles first. Articles are details. When we shout Bharat Mata Ki Jai, what does it mean? Do you know that? Only simply calling politically Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Is Bharat Mata Ki Jai political weapon to be used? Political tool to be used? It's not a tool. It's a soul of ours. Ours means Bharat. When I say ours, it means country. Bharat Mata is our soul. It's not simply some physical entity. It's not land of this country. No. It's people of this country. The soul of all people of this country is Bharat Mata. And these articles in Constitution are anatomy of that. So when we don't know soul, how can we live in body? That is a question. So until you understand this, you cannot understand our country. You cannot understand our country. He may be politician, maybe scientist, maybe doctor, maybe engineer, maybe anybody, or whatever. Cannot understand because that is very much required, but we don't care about that. Sovereign. Sovereign means Raja, ka adhikar. Sovereign. I am sovereign, but am I? I say, oh, I am a citizen, I have this problem, I that. Why sovereign should have a problem? Sovereign means reign. So reign, Savayam ka reign, self-rule. I am self-Raja, self-rule. I am self-appointed Raja. This is sovereign. Means a power, ultimate power of some society. So you are ultimate power, you have part of that. Then you go to socialist. What is socialist and what is secular? Socialist means a society, means everything belongs to society. Take it different. It's not communism. I'm not talking communism. I mean socialism. Socialism means everything belongs to society. Ultimately, it's given to you for use. It's given to you as trust. If you have a lot of money, say billions and billions of rupees, and you are a very big man, that is not absolutely yours. That is not originally yours. You are having trust of that. If it is required to be taken away from you for national use, that's called because you are not earning your money by your own effort exclusively. You are using resources of this country. You are using cheap labor. You are using cheap resources. You are using everything and you are getting rich. You are using our banks. You are using everything. So it's not particularly your ownership. It is relative ownership. It is trusted ownership. So you are sovereign. Everybody is sovereign. Even if you are rich, you have to understand this. And poorest you are, you have to understand this. You are socialist society. You are not capitalist society. Then you come on to other one, that is secular. What is secular? We say every religion is there. That's because that is one part of this. It's not simply that. There is another consideration behind this. Though it's not mentioned in Constitution, it's not defined whatever mean, whatever problem was there. I don't care for that. But there have been rituals. There have been, you can say, customs which have been running for centuries and centuries and centuries until we know what time was there. All those, if do not affect other society, other section society, these can continue as per social law, and that is called secular. They are part of secularism. If there is something bad, they can remove, and something good are going, let it move. For example, Ramayana epics and Mahabharata epics, all cultures of all religions, all whatever it is, these are not illegal. But nothing to do with society. They are just directive, but we consider them our customs. So it's okay. Then come on to other one. What is democratic? I am democratic because I am voting. Yes, you are democratic because you are voting. This voting right is given to you by yourself because you are public. You yourself give this right. But simply voting is adequate for this? Is you think so? Democratic means what? Democratic. It's my authority. It's my country. I have to move this. I have to move this, not leaders. It's my law. It's my law, constitution. It's the way where I want to go. It's my country. How we should move, I have to decide. No one else to decide. That's called democracy. I am ruling my country myself. I am solving my problem myself. I am owning my problem myself. I am owning my results myself. I own my benefits myself. Everything which belongs to me, and I have to use them. And this applies to everybody. This country is owned by me. I am responsible for this country. That is democracy. It's not simply casting vote or franchise or suffrage. That is just a process to allow your delegate, your representative to go to a place which is called parliament or assemblies where that person can work on your behalf. It's not simply that he is leader. That person is not leader. He is a relative leader to you. You are super leader to that. You have a representation. You have a representation to to be given to that person. That is allowed by this constitution, and which yourself allow, that you elect your representative. This may be parliament election, or this may be Lok Sabha election, or this may be Rajya Sabha, assembly elections, or this may be, you can say, local elections or panchayat election. Wherever you do it, that is your right to elect your representative, elect your attorney, and you allow this attorney, you delegate this attorney with power to work on your behalf in that house of Lok Sabha, or house of assembly, or house of panchayat, or house of municipality. That is what it is. It's not that person leader. No, that person is leader because you elected him leader, and that's why you honor of this country, or super leader of this country. You are asking that person, go on my behalf to that house and work for me and report to me. That is called, that's principle. Because just election is not educated. That person cannot leave himself once elected. Oh, I don't know you. No, you are responsible for me, because I am paying you through consolidated fund, or through some other fund, or state fund, or the central fund. You are getting salary, you are getting remuneration, you are getting everything for 5 years or 6 years, wherever it applies, or 4 years, and you are responsible for me. You have to tell me what you have done. You have to report to me, and I have right to ask you why you did not do something which I asked you something. Why you told me that I will do and you did not do it. That's all applies. You are our representative, elected member, elected person. You cannot return me from this responsibility, and I am your principal. You are my agent. I am honor. You are my servant. You have to work for me. If you cannot work for me, it's not democracy. It's not his masterocracy. Then, oh, I am elected person. I am constitutional power. You are constitutional power of a power which I gave to you. This is my constitution. I devised this constitution. I legislated this constitution. I adopted this constitution, and I gave it to myself and to yourself. You took it, but you cannot run away from that. So, oh, I am elected person. I am constitutional functionary, constitutional authority, and nobody can ask me. No, you are not VIP. If you are VIP, I am super VIP. I am citizen of this country. You are also citizen, but you are at for this position. I am your honor. You have to report to me. This mind we have to develop, and if you cannot develop this mind, there is no democracy for you. Then you are stupid. You are being stupefied by these leaders. It may be MP, it may be MLA, it may be Prime Minister, it may be Chief Minister. Whosoever does access his servant to you, attorney to you, representative to you, he has to work accordingly. We have to change whole political system in this country if we want to make this country big one, reputed one, leading one. Otherwise, this country doesn't exist at all in law. In a constitution, because everybody is breaking constitution. Every chapter is being broken, every part is being broken virtually. Legislature is not working according to you, executive is not working according to you, and judicial thinks they are gods, which is not correct. They are also public servants, and president is also first person of this country. We have to take all this into our consideration and handle these people, because we are all one country, and we are honor of this country, and we appointed these people onto these positions, and they have to work for us. They are not our masters. We are not their slaves. They are paid servants, paid authorities. Authority doesn't mean power. Authority means service. They have to serve for us. If they don't serve, we don't need them. Why should we need them? We are paying them. We are working. We are doing hard work, getting our money out of our taxes. We are paying them out of our whatever possible. We are paying them. This is our country. They have to serve. They cannot say, I am leader of this country and follow me. No, you have to follow our directions. Whatever you propose to do, you do it. If you cannot do that, get lost. I don't care for you, and we don't care for you. We will bring someone else, and that will work in your place. That is called democracy. And it never stops. You are democratic, it always applies to you. It's not simply voting alone. You have to check about the person, but you are not doing that. You think my job is over, no, I have voted, no problem, this man didn't work. If they did not work, what you do? Did you catch hold of him? Did you go to him? Why he didn't work? Nobody is going. Did you write to him? You cannot write. Why don't you write? You write to your MP. You write to MLA. Who stops you? Force him. Check my mails. If you don't work, I'll take action against you. Did someone do that? Why? Even you employ a housemaid, you fight with that housemaid. You're paying only few rupees to that housemaid, maybe 100 rupees per day or 50 rupees per day for 1 hour, 2 hours. And if that housemaid doesn't work for you correctly, you start fighting with them. Why do you not do? Why don't you go to hotel and somewhere? You start fighting with waiter and where? Why didn't you? But you cannot fight your leader, your MP, your MLA. Why? Why do you fear? You appointed him, you are paying him, that is your servant, that depends upon you. If you don't elect him, that will not be elected. Why are you afraid with that man? Why are you afraid of him? What he does? He is just a servant, he is just a representative, constitutional representative, and that is it, nothing else. So he has to listen to you. If that person doesn't, you kick him out, whosoever be. You are related to MP, you are related to MLA, you are not related directly to Prime Minister and to Chief Minister. That is why they are not your representative directly. They are reporting to houses. Chief Minister reports to the Assembly and Prime Minister reports to Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. That is law. Prime Minister is not reporting to you, he is reporting to your representative. And your representative has to understand this, because your representative is not understanding this. It's a mixture of legislature and executive. Representative thinks I'll get some power if I go and shoot police Prime Minister. I do something like that so that I get more and more ministry and power and all. That's not requirement. That's not my requirement. My requirement is work as a representative for me, and as MP or representative, I have full right to raise questions, and you have to do my service. If there's a problem in my area, I give you some question, I give you some problem, you raise it in Lok Sabha. This is your duty. If you don't do it, you're not by duty. You're not doing. Why do you ask money for if I want to raise a question in Lok Sabha? Everybody asks money. What for? It's bribe. You cannot ask anything. You have to raise my questions, but it's not happening. It's not ever happening. Why? My election is foolishness, you think? When I vote to you, why should I vote to you then? Whoever you are, I have to know you are a good person or not. This is my duty to ensure you are a qualified person or not a qualified person. You are a good citizen or not good citizen. You are a law-abiding person or not. You are a criminal or not criminal. You have some history or no. And what's your background? How many money you are having? But who are your relatives? I have to know, and it is my duty. It's my duty to know. Why should I elect the wrong person and a bad character person for Lok Sabha or Assembly? Why? Am I fool? What benefit I'm getting if I elect a dog for MP? Why? Why don't you have a good person to send to? Let him go to elect a good person, raise questions, ask him a share of 5 years, talk to him, let him talk to you. If that person doesn't come to you, let that get lost. I don't need you. Now what happens? People come, just have a procession in the streets and road show and all that. They don't know who I am and I don't know who you are. Why should I vote you? My question is that if I don't know my representative, if you don't know candidate my representative, maybe Assembly or Lok Sabha, why should I vote that person? You raise a question about you. You ask yourself, why should we vote for some person we don't know? I don't care for political parties. I don't care for who will Prime Minister. I don't care for that, because there can be no prefix Prime Minister and there can be no prefix Chief Minister. There can be no prefix. Prefix is always incorrect. We created this imaginary power. We created this. Just go and see Constitution. You will understand that. You will understand under Article 81A what is given, what is interested in that, what is the objective in that, what is the scheme in that. You can understand there, but you are not going to read that because you have no time. You are so busy in this country. This country is going to moon and going to sun and everywhere. So rising high, and you have no time for that. Unfortunately, you people don't care for your country. This is a problem that you don't want to do your country, and particularly those youth who are not interested in that. No. Unfortunately, my country youth are not that brilliant now. Not that awake, they are sleeping society. They are enjoying their life only. They are not interested. They don't understand what efforts were made when we got liberation from British people, and we are a suffering society. We have been suffering for centuries and centuries and centuries, and still we are not understanding what we should not do. People came and suppressed and oppressed us. We are not understanding. We are taking easily with ease the constitution and nothing. We don't understand reality in this, because this is a good document. We puts us united. It gives us power to self-powers, but we don't understand that. We are countries who don't have constitutions, and those people are serving. We have some document. We don't understand. It's our duty to understand it. I ask some people, why don't you do this? So I was in my school, nobody taught me. In my university, why shall you depend? Why you depend upon constitutional understanding at this school level or university level? These leaders have been making us fool for decades. Maybe Congress, maybe BJP, maybe VP Singh, maybe Chandrasekhar, maybe Gujarat, maybe all them now, maybe all are be fooling us. Believe me, accept me also, because we are a stupid society. We sleeping society. We are mentally sleeping. We are physically sleeping. We think we have no responsibility to nation, and that's the problem. Oh, what can I do alone? I am single person. What can I do? That's it. Right? This is the question. What can you do? If same thing say, Gandhi used to think, Gandhi had thought same way, Subhas had thought same way, and all other freedom fighters had thought that way, what would have happened to us? Can you ever think? Did you ever think that way? If all those freedom fighters, they were united later on, they were assembled later on, but in beginning they were all single. There were no communication, no email, no computer, no something, but it's when they are united. How? You have everything now. You have internet, you have every facility which they did not even dream that time. But you are abusing facility, you are not using it for nation, you are using it for your personal affairs. I don't mind that. Use it for privacy, your personal affair, boyfriend, girlfriend, your relative. But your country is just related to you. If there is no country, you have no relations at all. Who knows who will rule you? Nobody knows. Take example of Philistine. What is happening to Philistine people? They are not having even a society. There is somebody staying in Canada, somebody staying in Gulf, some country, somebody staying in America, somebody staying in some other country, and they have no life at all. When they come to their country, they start fighting with Israel. Israel starts beating them. This is like they're having their own state. So there is a state. We shall also be stateless. If suppose we are not having any state, this constitution means we are a state. Constitution means we are statutory citizens. We are constitutional citizens. We have to realize that we are not simple citizens. We are empowered citizen. I am a constitutional citizen. I am a constitutional person. This is my status. This constitution authorizes my citizenship. That is my power. I am not stateless. But suppose we were stateless, what would have happened to me? No rights, no privileges, just like British used to treat us. You cannot go to school, you are to college, no engineer, nothing, class. Stay as slaves. We stay here, you stay there. You are our slaves. They threw out Gandhi in South Africa. For what? He was traveling at first class. No, you cannot travel by your black. You cannot travel. Indian cannot travel by first class. How you travel? How you get ticket? How you could get ticket by post? Throw him out. And he was thrown out. You like that? A person of Gandhi's stature and power of attorney at that time to some company, he was thrown out of train. He was well suited, booted, and tight person, and he was thrown out because he was having first class travel. So if this can happen to that educated person in that time, what shall happen to you? You had no education in between 1857 and 1947. You were very illiterate people. You had nothing, just living in. What would happen to you? Just imagine those freedom struggles. Imagine, because you cannot imagine. You did not see that. So how can you realize what life is? You have to understand that freedom does not come free of cost. You have to sacrifice life. Still, people are suffering. Many parts of the world, they know what freedom is. They know what a statute is. They know what constitution is, and they know we don't know. We only you are behind those people who are themselves criminals. This is a problem. You are supporting political people. You are not supporting your own. You support your own. This constitution is free. There is no stoppage. Anybody, whosoever is possible in ways, can become representative of people of this country. You can be representative of this country, then you can rise to position of governance, and you can rise to position of whatever. This is up to you. No political power can stop you. There is no one in this country who can stop you being entry, serving people of this country. You can serve these people of country, and those who call as prime servants themselves, they are not serving this country. They are only befooling this country, and you don't be befooled. You have mind, use your mind. Read Constitution, understand your power. If you don't understand your power, you will suffer like you're suffering now. You will suffer so you'll be suffering now. You'll keep on suffering and enjoy suffering. Congratulations to you for suffering, because you deserve that stupidity. What is use of education if you cannot have a home? You cannot do about you. You only interested in jobs and nothing else. Jobs are necessary, I understand. These will you get. If you have power, you'll get jobs. Create industries, create factories, create developments. There are so many things that can be done in this country, but people are not interested. But we can do ourselves if we have power. Believe me, we are not poor society. We are not outdated society. We are dynamic society. If we want, we are dynamic. And if you want, we are not dynamic. Both things are there. Both considerations are there. There's no difference. There's no problem at all. There's no problem. We have an adequate number of people here in this country. But what is happening to those people? Many times it's explained before also. Out of 100 people here, We have 60% those people who are dependent on others. If it is not a fact, tell me. Out of our 100 per people, we have 60 people who are dependent on others. It may include veteran people, senior people, women, non-working women, all those. So around 60% people in this country are dependent on earning class. Now, who are those 40%? You can take out of those 40%, 10% are those who are not giving any production. They are just busy in dealership, in partnership, in agencies, in this and in that, along with their staff. These people are doing transactional work, these people are doing talking work, documentation, all that, which doesn't come into quantity of any output. Then there are other people who are working in industries, who are working in factories, who are working in production, in services, in railways, in transportations, and all that, and in defense services. All those people, all you can say, there are only, you may say, 20% people who are in production. So though we are 140 or 130 crores people, but only productive people are very, very 20% or 25% maximum. You see government people, maybe 5 to 10 crore people in government. Are they really doing production work? We have to understand that. Except book work, except writing work, except working on negatively, are they giving any constructive work? No, they are not. Now just take example of one example, just like our in 2014, what promises were made by Prime Minister? I will get you 2 crore jobs per year. This means 10 crore jobs he promised in 5 years. I'm just analyzing, I'm not criticizing it. Now just take a consideration. We have 130, let us say 100 crore people in our country. Let's estimate now how many personnel are required in government. If you have 100 people say in your society, and you need administration people with you, how to administration these 100 people in society? Is it not adequate if you have 5%, say 5 people for 100 people, is a quantity of 5% less for administration? I think is more than adequate, because administration is no production, it's no manufacturing, it is no, you can say, continuity of any productive work, it is just administration. If 5 people are there in 100, this means we have 100 crore people say. These 5 crore people are there in totality in government, central government, in state governments and municipality. You cannot keep 10% or 15% people in administration. This means you are not a society. You are a loser. 5 people for 100 people is adequate just to make list, just to check their files, support them. All administrative works are there and they can do that. So you have only 5 crore jobs to say 6 crore, 7 crore maximum in your whole nation. Then how can you provide additional 10 crore jobs? Is it not a question mark? In private sector only, they never keep surplus staff. Why should they? My question is, why don't we understand this when somebody promises us something? Means this person just equipped with us false promises, fake statements, and we relied upon that. We just depended upon that. We just believed, we relied upon that this person shall certainly perform this job. But this could never be performed because they were not an intellectual person who could question this assurance. There should have been someone, but no, nobody was there. How can you give so many jobs? Nobody questioned. Okay, that's our lapse, and still we believe we are right. Another example. If that person promises, I will get you 15 lakhs in each account, my question is, if you calculate using 15 lakh figure, multiplied by number of citizens in this country, what value you get? Is that not a work output? You get 200 crore, 200 crore, this value. Do you understand that? Approximately it is 200 crore rupees. If you place 200, then put 10 to power 7, and then again put 10 to power 7, 10 to power 14. 200 multiplied by 10 to power 14, so many rupees you need if you want to give 15 lakhs to each person. Did somebody question that? There are thousands of mathematicians in this country. There are thousands of engineers and doctors in this country. There are lawyers in this country, and they do not even calculate that what this person is saying. Okay, he will say, he will, and we question, where is black money? There is no much money. Where is this money? The whole Swiss bank, whole Europe bank don't have this much money. If you ask Swiss bank, they have not even 0.1% of this money. Where is this money? Our 1 year budget is 20 lakh crore. And what I am saying is 200 crore. 20 lakh crore and 200 crore, how many times it is? Just multiply yourself and see, divide 200 crore by 20 lakh crore, you will see how many times it is. Means this is complete imagination, a fake statement, a cheating to people of India, assuring something. Now, why don't we calculate something? You don't even know mathematics. Are you so illiterate people we cannot calculate? You only believe in? Are you illiterate people, uneducated people? You, what if I say some? If I tell you, I promise you today, I'll get you sun here for your home. Can I do that? If I say I'll bring heaven to your home, can I do that? I cannot do that. Never, impossible. But because I want to make you fool and you are being made fool, you are accepting me because you trust me. Means I am trusted by you is a big achievement. If somebody trusts me without knowing me, without knowing my performance, my backyard, I can say my background, if somebody trusts me, I am lucky person. So that lucky person has been our Prime Minister. That person won trust of each and every citizen of this country. But for what? For cheating this trust? For delusionary arrangement? For delusion? For imagination? You see, if you trust someone and if this person cheats you, can you digest that? If somebody in your home, your relation, your sibling, if that treats you like this, how do you feel? You kick out that person, get lost from here. You cheated me, you broke my trust. Same thing applies here. We are over believers. We are not logical society. We never raise questions. We never ask something. What happens? You promise something and skip. Same thing happened in Congress time also. Indira Gandhi used to say, Garibi hatao, remove poverty, eliminate poverty, all that, all other. Okay, that time we cannot say it's long back story now, so you have to pass, but they were not dishonest. They did something to some extent. For example, banks were nationalized. Right? That is an achievement, you may say. Same thing, privy purses were dissolved, titles were dissolved. That is also something which can be said in this direction. Trees were planted, something else happened. Means part that they did. If suppose banks were not nationalized, we would not have got benefited. Everybody could not get loans from banks. But that was abused later on, and people used to take money from banks, none of this country, from this country. We have to believe to some extent. I don't say political people are all robbers, but in general they are robbers. They are liars, they are robbers, they are cheating nation, they are cheating public, they are interested in their seats. Everybody cannot be Satyavadi Harishchandra. Everybody cannot be that. People are now not in that character. I cannot be Satyavadi, of course. I also use lies somewhere. Maybe I am a professional and I cannot claim that I am a truthful person. No, I am not. But to some extent you should be. If you are saying 10%, 10 things to someone, I will do this for you, at least you should do 5 or 6 and say this I did for you and I could not do this because of this reason. But that's not happening. They're not talking to you. They're not asking you what is it. They're not even informing that. And that's very bad. You got me promise. I supported you and you are telling me this is not possible. Why did you then support? Why did you demand? Why did you ask me that I'll do this? You should not ask me. You should not promise me. Why do you promise me? Well, I'm not just depending upon that because this was the election stunt. Everybody knows. Election stunt only. Because even if they have got this money, they will not give you. Had they got this money, they will not have given you. Let us forget this. Because we should think this politics only, nothing else. It may be 15 lakhs or it may be, you can say, whatever else promises were made to 1 crore job or 2 crore job per year. Because jobs are not flying in air. Jobs are not lying on road. Jobs depend on work in the factories, on government requirement, on state requirement. There are no jobs because there is no project. In construction industry, in real estate industry, in all industries in civil construction, major burden goes about 60 to 70%. It goes including defense budgets of civil works. 70% money of a nation goes to civil construction, public construction, including real estate. If that construction stops, whole economy stops. because we are human resources dependent economy, we are farmers dependent economy, we are not exclusively machine dependent economy. Our economy lies with our hard work. We have a lot class of hardworking people. We have a lot class of intellectual people, but intellectual people cannot be used until these laymen work for us. I am calling laymen because they are not educated one. They believe in what is told, you do it. So until these people rise, until these people who are hard-working class, who are poor or hard-working class because of whom we advance, if there is no workforce, there is no worker, civil engineer fails, mechanical engineer fails, they cannot do anything. So we move because of these, not because of our bending moment and shear force. No, not because of theory of structure and not because of RCC design or structural steel design. It is because of this force, working class force that move us ahead, and we move because of them. We have to understand this fact of life. If we cannot understand it, we can never go ahead. We should leave pride from our minds that I am engineer, I am doctor, I am this, I am that, I am very big, I am that class 1, cadre 1, and I know. First you think of your society, you think of your nation. Yes, you are intellectual, I know. You are a very good person, you got education. But is your education useful for this country? That is a question. Whatever I learned, that should be used for my country or for whole world. But if it's not even used for my country, how can it be used for whole world? Nobody stops you. You can use your knowledge where you want to use. But is it usable? The question is that. If my knowledge is not used, what's the purpose of that knowledge? No purpose. That's why I say, whole society is in grip of some calamity, and that calamity is lack of resources use. We have resources, we cannot use them. We have engineers, we cannot use them. We can see many other professionals who can contribute to this country's development, cannot be used. So what purpose we have? If we cannot use our resources, we are a failed country, we are a failed nation, we are a failed government, we are a failed state, we are a failed management. I cannot blame one only, because first of all, we have to stop trusting everyone. We cannot trust those people who speak lies, who are liars. And 95% people in politics are liars, issue false statements, submit false promises, submit false manifestos, and submit something which we don't accept that. We have to stop accepting them. We have to raise questions which we are not raising. Our rights are there. We have to raise questions. We have to fight with them. We have to encounter them. We have to encounter them in principle. We have to come ourselves ahead. Otherwise, there is no use of education, no use at all. You cannot get excused that, oh, I am a civil engineer, I am a mechanical engineer, I am a medico, and I am CA. Why should I involve in politics? No, this is not question of involvement. This is question of integrity of nation. Because politics cannot be changed from this country. Politics cannot be separate from this country. Every country has politics. If you go to every country in democracy world, you will find political involvement of people. But here only there is no political involvement. There is involvement of greed. There is involvement of avarice. If somebody says, I'll get you television, I will get you this car, I will get you this when you vote me, I will get you this. That is involvement in corruption. See, nobody can give you something free. How someone can give you? From where that person will give? You have to earn that yourself. Don't trust these people. Nothing becomes free. No one can give you free. If you take something free at one point or other point, you have to pay for that. If you are paid free, somebody else has to pay that. So nothing is free. It's only, you can say, stupidity. They are making you fool. That's all. Now, why you expect free? My question is that. Why do you expect something free? You want water free, your electricity free, your house free. Now just imagine how can you get something free when everything costs. If you want a cup of tea, it costs 10 rupees. If you want to travel somewhere, you have to pay money. If you want to make something, you buy books, you have to pay money. Everywhere you have to spend. Why do you expect something to be free? Yes, if there is a subsidy or something, that is something else. My question is, as a citizen of this country, why do I expect that I should be? Yes, you must have support, financial support, other supports in education, in your life, in a society. You must have security in old age, everything there should be. The question is, who shall provide you that? You have to provide that yourself. You have to You are a people of this country, you are a citizen of this country. Public has to solve its own problems. Yes, government is there. Government cannot solve your problems without your support. But that government should be clear in their manifesto. They should be clear in their approach. They are not clear. That's the problem. They say something, do another thing. That's another problem. We cannot trust them. Until we trust them, they are not trustworthy. You all time play politics. That's bad. Our political leaders should play politics to limited extent only. Okay, to just win an election, not in. You cannot go to whatever extent you want. There should be some character, some contents in every party. There should be something, but they are not. They are not at all concerned about any failure of promises. They are not concerned. Why did it happen? Why? Just speak in one rally, go to another rally, speak and forget after that. Are we so innocent still? We have seen many elections in our life. Are we so innocent people? Are we kids that we don't understand this? Why don't we understand this? Are we stupid society? What is the purpose of my education if I cannot check what the person is doing? I cannot check that what the election, sorry, what the PM is doing or MP is doing or president, what the court is doing. Can I not understand that? Why do you think that that person is a god? Why do you think that the judge is a god? Why do you think that this MP is my boss? Why do you think that way? No, nobody is like that. Everybody has its duty and they have to do it. If you want to make our society a real society, we have to change ourselves. Change everywhere. It's not simply change in politics, change everywhere. We have to change our living culture. We have to change our working culture. People are not working to requirement, and some people are working 12, 13, 14 hours a day, 15, 16 hours a day. This is not required. Some company cannot abuse you also. If you work 18 hours a day, how can you work like that? One day, okay, you work 2 days, but can you work regularly? You cannot work. It's not possible. What I intend to state that you have to open your eyes. Country is for everyone. Nobody has to write to say someone that you are international, I am national. If that person say, I'll break his head. Because this is wrong. You have no right to call me anti-national. Because you are also not national. If you are a national, you should work for nation, not for politicians. Politicians do not make a nation. Politicians do not make a nation. People make. I make a nation and you make a nation. I have to think for Bharat, India first, and then think of something else. If my Bharat is not safe, my public is not safe, they are suffering, I cannot respect every political leader. They all same boat. They are traveling in the same world. One is on head, one is on tail. There's no difference. Why should I trust these people when they don't work for my society? I forget all politicians. I think for people. If my people are suffering, I do not trust these politicians. Let them go to hell. That's what I say. They have a right to go to hell if they don't work for me. They are charging me my money. They are charging me my tax. They are enjoying everything in life and they are not working for me. Then why should I worry for them? When you join some job in any company, private sector or government sector or whatever sector in the whole world, you have to work for that or no. If you are not working, shall they pay you? They will deduct your salary. If you don't go to job, shall they work? They will not work. You see what happens in parliament? How many people are available? There are 545 in Lok Sabha. Hardly sometimes 100 are not available. Sometimes 50 are not available. Where are they? Are they not paid? Why are not sitting there? Why not working there? This applies to all sections of political classes, all parties. I'm not telling about one party, every party. And when they have to pass some bill, all are there, all. But this is politics, you think? Is the way system is governed? You are not interested in debates. You are not interested in reading bills. You are not interested in raising questions. Then what for you are there? What for? If it doesn't relate to you, you don't sit there. You have to know what's happening in the whole country. It's your duty. It's your duty to know. It's not that you are just sitting at home and never go to parliament and you are MP of that area, you are MLA of that area. You are not doing a job. It's your job to go there and participate in activities of houses. You are not doing that. Who shall do in place? Am I doing that? If I have to do that, why you are required? It's a very big question mark we have to understand. We cannot leave these people like this. Yes, they have enjoyed much. All have enjoyed. They have taken for granted that they are masters and we are their slaves. We are not your slaves, politicians, we are not your slaves. Public is rising gradually. And time is going to come when they will teach you some lessons. And think that things are not permanent. Everything is not permanent. Everything is certain life, and that life is over, you are over. So don't spoil politics, don't spoil constitutional power, don't abuse your authority, because you are also not permanent. Nation is permanent, public is permanent, constitution is permanent. If you want to touch this constitution, believe me, your fingers will fire. Your fingers will cut if you touch this constitution. Yes, amendment is something else. That's a part of our constitutional procedures. But if you try to touch this constitution, believe me, you will be untouched. Country is not mad. And few percentage in society, say 10%, 5% people cannot hold society. Some people think to change this constitution, but you will be drowned in sea if you do that. This constitution was approved, adopted, constituted, and given by its people. It's not by you people, it's by people of this country, by whole people of this country. It's not you people alone who can do whatever you want. You have seen peaceful status of society, you have not seen burning status of society. When there is uprising, you are in earth. You can say, you shall be buried in earth when society uprises. So be careful about that. Don't act like as if you are everything. You are nothing. You are just a political leader. People appointed political leader. People elected political. You are not on your own caliber. If people don't vote you, you are nothing. So respect people. Don't call them anti-nationals. And your people are calling them anti-nationals. Everybody has a right to speak against government. That is what democracy is. Because I appointed you, I elected you, it's my right to raise questions. And you say, don't raise questions? Who are you not to ask me no? Who are you to object this? Who are you? My question is that. Democracy is democracy, right of speech, right of speech, right of any question. If you call me anti-national, then you are also anti-national. Because you are violating constitution. And I don't allow you to violate constitution. Yes, you can take action because you are in government. You can abuse machine of government. You can abuse agencies of government. You can abuse police of government. You can do. But for how many 100 years? You cannot do that forever. Because you are not original. You are also related to me. If I am there, you are there. If I am not there, you are not there. Right? You know what Bharat Mata is? You only shout Bharat Mata. Do you know Bharat Mata is? Bharat Mata, I am Bharat Mata. You are Bharat Mata. Citizens are Bharat Mata. We are super Bharat Mata, and this land is secondary Bharat Mata. If suppose we are not there, if suppose 130 crore people are not there, only land and rivers are there, and trees are there, is it Bharat Mata that time? If there is no one, it's open. Nobody, no human is there. Shall it be Bharat Mata that time? Think on. People make country, people, not leaders. Leaders are revealed out of public, but they should be capable because they have to lead that public. But you do not understand that. If you think you can by pressure keep this power with you, you are in wrong boat. Serve people. Make people think that you are working for them. Make their lives better. Create good environment for them. Develop this country physically, not in contemplation. No, we don't hypothetical curve. We don't want parabola hyperbola curves here. We want practicality. People should feel happy. They should have good living. They should have jobs. They should have employment. They should have whatever entrepreneurship. Country should move. We should not depend on foreign countries in every affair. And we should be a good country to self-motivation level. Then you are a leader. Otherwise, you are just a cheat. You are just a liar. You don't care for the public. You are interested in votes. See, vote is not something which is everything. Vote is just you can say, a confirmation that we are supporting you. It doesn't give anything to anybody. It's my right. I give it to you once in 5 years. This is my affection to you, that I am accepting you as my leader to lead my life according to the constitution of this country and according to natural requirement. I have full right to live in this country and work for this country and to join politics if so required. If you see our preambles, if you see our fundamental rights as fundamental duties, both come from that. Preambles clearly say, you see that it's a mandate that these parameters which we have said already, these 5 parameters of this country, secure to you, secure to us, secure to me, and even to you. And secure means suraksha, reservation. These parameters reserve me to get all these benefits. And benefits what? Benefit of justice. It's not justice of court. No, that is legal justice. It's justice of society, justice of, we can say, life, justice of economy, justice of, we can say, partnership, and justice of justice. That is justice. And then, what is about equality and liberty? Liberty says liberty of my expression, my thought, my contemplation, my submission, my writing, and my way of worship. This is a completely different world. And then security is on liberty, liberty of status, and liberty of equality. So if you have a status of prime minister, everybody has a right to become prime minister. Everybody has a right to become MP and MLA. Everyone has that right. Fortunately, you got it, because you either got it by justice, by trust, or you got by mistrust. Both ways are there. One way is to cheat people and get right, and one to serve people and get right. Right which you get by using service, that is best one. That's permanent. And right which you get by cheating, that's always pullable. Remember, it is self-puller. Probably they not pull it, self-puller. A person who walks on the road which is by cheating, which is achieved by mistake or by malfunctioning, that person automatically falls. Cannot move further because that person doesn't know how to move, but how to cheat he knows. That must not happen here. If someone cheats us, that person cannot stay in power forever, because public is powerful. Of course, we are sentimental people, we are emotional people, and emotion doesn't work, but we are. And it's impossible to change it, because when you bring religion into politics, society is fractured. Politics and religion are distant, because politics is for people, for country. Physically we have to serve country, and religion is not serving country, and religion is also not serving people. Religion is just the infancy, an imagination, a contemplation. That's it, nothing more than that. You cannot measure religion, you cannot dimensionify it, you cannot prove it there's a religion. You only have faith, and that's all. Whatever religion is there, there's no evidence. So why do you depend upon that which is imaginary, which is in fallacy, which is nothing, which is in stories? Don't take it as I'm criticizing religion, but religion is not evidenced. It's not evident. We may say anything. Fact is that. Have you seen Ram? Have you seen Krishna? Have you seen Satyavadi Sri Chandra? Have you seen Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma? Have you seen Jesus Christ? Have you seen Allah? Have you seen someone? No one has seen someone. Just faith. So keep faith, no problem. It's just personal, exclusively personal. If you bring this into politics, into national issues, this shall be always a problem, because you are mixing emotions of people with your cheating style, and emotions and cheating cannot mix together. You are not working for them, you are working to cheat them. How long can you move like this? People can digest for some time, not forever. Not forever, certainly. If you want to serve people, serve honestly, or no use. If you mix up religion and politics, country shall break, I'm telling you. It shall break. Because religions are self-created, self-oriented, self-appointed. But country is not self-appointed. Country is not. We are real people. We are living organisms. We are human beings. We can be fooled once, twice, but not forever. And you have to respond. If you believe in religion, you have to leave this earth one day, and you have to go to your main principle, main honor, and he will ask you questions. Everything is recorded there. There can be no manipulation. There can be nothing. There is no EVM. Don't worry. And he knows everything. That God knows everything about you. If you really believe in God, you have to believe this also. You can kill people, of course, you can kill people through many things. Oh, you can suppress them, you can oppress them. But after that, what? After that, what? You can keep people in imprisonment, you can keep people in suppression, in oppression, just like Hitler incinerated millions of people. You can also do that, but you are responsible for that. You are not allowed to do this by mandate. You're allowed to help nation move forward. That is your mandate. It's my mandate to you. It's my order to you. You have to make this country good. You have to help me, help people. You have to take us farther away from here. You have to move us in a better way, in a positive way, in a way that is reliable, that is durable, that is serviceable, that is safe. That is what is requirement. It's not that you have to be prime minister forever. Prime minister is very small content. Believe me, people may not understand. Prime minister is very small part in our constitution. Not even an article it is. It's not even one article. It's simply a part of a small, big chapter. But here we think he's gone. Why? He has to do his job and that's it. Nothing else. Just like I have to do my job where I work. You do your job where you work. He has to do his job. His job is to lead cabinet, to take control of legislation, to submit legislations, to amend legislations, to control executions of his legislations, implement policies, decide policies. And that is also not independent. No government is independent in this world. He has to work to, he has to submit to Lok Sabha parliament, even both houses. And he has to, if Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha don't decide something, what government shall do? Nothing. Even financial arrangements are approved by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So you are also not independent. Why are you taking so much pride in you? That's why I'm saying we have to be very careful in future. Okay, what we have done so far has to done. It cannot be it cannot be recreated. He has done something which should not be done. But people have to think. If you people are so happy, I'm just referring to, if people are so happy, oh, we have 233 criminals, so-called criminals sitting in our Lok Sabha, and you feel pride in that, then there can be no foolish country other than this in the whole world. Just imagine 233 people out of 545 in our house of people are working as member of parliaments. What do you expect this country from? What do you expect from this parliament? What do you expect? If criminals are working there, all types of criminals sitting there, what shall you do for you? You just imagine yourself, no need of explanation. You want those people to legislate for you. You want those people to decide policies for you. You want those people to work for this country. Is it possible? If they could do that, why should have been criminals? We have broken our legs together, ourselves. We have broken our feet. We have broken our body of this country. And we are feeling so happy. During elections also, I put many posts, please don't vote for PM, vote for member of parliament, but people never listen, people never read such posts. They want fake news, they want fabricated news, and they want exciting news, and those news with emotionalism and sentimentalism to their life, they like that. And that is bad policy. See, to lose money is very easy. To, we can say, demolish is very easy. To construct is very difficult. Construction is very difficult, it is time consuming, it requires money, it requires machines, it requires manpower, it requires everything, and it requires knowledge. But to demolish a house is not that difficult. Similarly, to lose your money is also not difficult. You can drink, you can spend your money to give to prostitute, give to someone, you can spend your money. If you want to make something good from your money, it's not that easy. That is what I'm doing. If you want to break this country, it's your home, you break it. If you want to make this country, it's your effort, you make it. Choice is yours. It's not Prime Minister's choice or it's President's choice. No, they are nothing. It's your choice. Because you are giving them command. They are not taking itself. You are not knowing your country, you are not knowing your rights, and even if you know you are sold, you are selling your vote. Okay, I'll give this because he's giving us 2,000 rupees, for example. He gives something, a bottle of whiskey, a blanket, or some false promises. That's also a bribe. I will give you this, vote me. That person knows he cannot give that. And similarly, you know he cannot give, even then he will give, I believe in him. Because of your belief, he is abusing your power. And you are accepting that. So you are killing yourself. Nobody is killing you. You cannot blame government, you cannot blame constitution, you cannot blame society, you cannot blame nation, you cannot blame court. It is your mistake. Why did you do that? Why did you, what is there in someone that you believe me? Just think yourself. Why do you believe in someone whom you don't know? Why do you believe that? Oh, whole people are behind him. He is a great leader. He is a charismatic leader. We go behind him. If someone is charismatic, you go behind him. It's called Bhed Chal. Bhed Chal it is. You believe in Bhed Chal. You don't believe in nation. You may feel that I'm stupid. Yes, you may feel, no problem. It's my duty to tell you. You accept it or not. It's up to you how much you take it, how much you receive it. It's your choice. Maybe I will not at least regret that I didn't talk to people. I will not regret in future when I die. I'll say, okay, I could explain to them. If they don't receive it, it's not my problem. Of course, it's not my problem. But till I am in this country, it's my problem. More than this, if I can do, I would do. But I cannot do more than this. I am not that powerful that I stand for election, I contest election or MP. I cannot do that because election is a corruption in itself. In our country, election itself is a corruption. Because it's not a 5 rupees job. You have to spend 50 crores, 40 crores, 10 crores, 20 crores, 50, 100 crores even to win election. So is it, you see, a genuine job? No. It's itself a corruption. Election is a corruption. It is a real mechanism that imports corruption, and we are participant in that. We never object to some political party. Why you are conducting this rally, spending 1 crore or 2 crore rupees? There is someone in charge. Even in Congress or BJP, who I'm talking to all. Is it necessary that they should arrange such expensive rallies? They pay 200 or 300 rupees to each participant in rally and then say, this is my work, this is big rallies. They want 2 lakh and 3 lakh and 4 lakh and 5 lakh people participated in that road show and that rally. Is it required in the election? But everyone is doing. Everyone is doing. Ultimately, it is my money. They are getting donations from industrialists. Why shall they donate them? It's a question, but they are getting. In this election, 60,000 crores rupees were spent. Whose money is that? Is it Modi's money? Is it Rahul's money? It is Ambani's money? Whose money is that? This is my money, your money. If somebody is giving something to any political party, someone political party, it's not free. They will get benefit of this after someone comes to power. Out of the 60,000 crores rupees, 27 crores rupees were used by BJP in this election. For what? We have 60 crore votes, for example, cast out of 90 crores vote, and the 60,000 crores rupees were used just take for one vote. How much is there? 1,000 rupees. They spend 1,000 rupees for a single vote. Is it right? Just think, when you vote, you are indirectly expending 1,000 rupees from your country. Do you understand me? When you go for vote, you cast vote or don't cast vote, 1,000 rupees are spent by someone else on your behalf, and that money shall not come from America or World Bank. That is your own money, own hard-earned money. They are abusing this money. Are you getting some return of 1,000 from their vote? No, you are not getting any return. You are wasted. That money is wasted. Because these corrupt political parties, these corrupt leaders are making you fool. Why should there be an expenditure on that? You come and talk to people in the streets. You have small pamphlets and distribute. This is my CV. And if you feel that I am good, vote me, and that's it. And now mail is there, everything is there. Just one man or two men send mail to everybody. You have to find ways how to reach people. Why do you want to spend money in elections, rallies, and all this? Why? Why should someone spend 50 crore rupees in an election? For what? If I spend 50 crores rupees, I have to make 500 crores rupees in 5 years. And then I, as a person, cannot have this much money. You cannot have this much money. Then you cannot win election. You cannot join election. This is what they want. This is what they want, what they plan, that a common person should not come to election arena. They should sit at home and just do a job of voting either Congress or BJP or a regional party. That is design of this political system and nothing else. This is the only design. They want your votes only and nothing else. And you will keep voting them for additional 500 years if system goes like this. I am born for what? To vote them? No, I am not born to vote them. I am born to make this country good. I am not born every 5 years to vote for either Congress or BJP. Why? What the hell they are there? What they have done for me? I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to be used by these group people. I'm not supposed to be used by them. I have my own identity, my own power, my own mind, my own philosophy to live and to live in this country. Who are they to every time indirectly make me fool? They vote for me and I'll do for you when they do nothing for me. Should I not think like that? Am I a bad citizen if I think this way? And you are a good citizen, support someone? Why do you support someone? For what? Why? Why are you involved with some corrupt person? Some political person? Why are you involved with that? What that person is giving you? I don't understand. Why should I submit myself to these people? They should submit to me because I am electing them. They are not electing me. But it is reverse. Every person is independent according to the constitution of this country. Election commission is independent, judiciary is independent, legislature is independent, executive is everybody is independent. That is in theory. That is in theory. Theory, you understand? Not in practice. In practice, they're all corrupt. All corrupt. You write to someone. I wrote to president of this country about this election, about EVMs. I wrote to Supreme Court Chief Justice in this election. I wrote to Election Commission. They just sent some message that we received this, and after no information, nobody is concerned. They are having their positions, and government people have their positions. Public go to own. Public should go to own. Means I have been taken for granted. I means a citizen of this country, and you are being taken for granted. You are just being used as a tool, as an instrument to fetch your vote every 5 years, and you are used for that. And more than this, you are nowhere. They don't even know you are existing. And if you go to see them, they will not feel. MP, MLA, they are your servant. It is their job to come to your constituency and raise questions. They have some problem. You want something? Tell me. I will solve it. Are they coming for that? Do you have some experience like that? I am sure none at all. Because they are not meant for servicing people. They are meant only to abuse your power, your stamina. Why do you want this? Are you human beings or you are not human beings? You have to think yourself. Maybe many of you shall start abusing me. No problem, abuse me. I don't care for your abuses. Because I am not talking against country, I am talking for country. I want to change this country. This country is not in right hands. It may be Congress or it may be BJP. I want this country to be hands of people of this country. Kejriwal started something, but he led somewhere else. Anna started something, he at end became agent of RSS. Where is Kiran Bedi in RSS or BJP? Where are other people from this party? All in BJP. So how can you trust such people also? He might have done something, but ultimately he became a politician, not a servant of society. I want people to serve nation. And particularly professionals, I am telling, I am very upset with those professionals. Believe me, I am a professional, I am a civil engineer, and I am not happy with engineering community because engineering community is best one, should be best one, should be top one, should be struggling one, should be, but they are not doing that. Doctors are not doing that. Two persons make a nation, engineers and doctors from development viewpoint and from health sector. Others are different. A chartered accountant, lawyers, they are secondary people because chartered accountant does something when something is available. Similarly, law does something when something is available, but these people are basic professionals. Engineering people and medical people. If they don't exist, nation doesn't exist. No development. You will see in design, you will design the 4S. Engineers are not there. Doctors are not there. There will be no treatment. But these people are, if there is something like this, if the MBA wants a job, there must be a factory, or there must be industry, or there's something. If it doesn't exist, what MBA shall do? Nothing. It applies to everywhere. So these two professions, engineers and doctors, are not working in terms of, you can say, faithfulness to this country. They are just working for their existence, for their families, for their luxury, for their comfort, for their status, and thinking they are others. That's all. They are different. This is unfortunate. We call in engineering that engineers are agents of change. Ask any engineer. They will simply say engineers are agents for change. But are we? There are lakhs and lakhs of engineers in this country. Civil engineers, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, aeronautical engineers, land space engineers, agricultural engineers, aerospace engineers, and automobile engineers, and IT engineers. What are they doing? They are doing only for employment. They are doing only for those who employ them. How much they are doing for country? You ask them, they will shed away. Leave it. I don't talk to me about this. You make country. Many countries develop because of technocrats, not because of politicians. Take example German, take example Japan, their height are responsible. Japan's is senior and senior and senior, not junior. Here, junior is responsible, senior is not responsible. Can we make our country? In 2019, this is a question. Can we change this country? We cannot change this country, then we are not human beings. Engineering is for change, we know, but engineering whom? Engineering country. We have to be little smarter. We have to be little attacker. We have to be little offensive if we want to change something. If you want to sit and worship Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, country will not change. Ram had to come down, Krishna had to come down, and they used to work. They did not used to sit in air conditioned room and change. No, they had to work in field. Ram went to jungle, forest. He had a fight there. He never used human being except one person, that is Vibhishan. All were animals, if you see, he accepts this Ramayan. They call him monkeys, they call rage bear, they call this and that. They were his soldiers. Ram fought himself using this resource. Only one person was there, and that too from Sri Lanka, the Vibhishan, who was against his own country. And Ram did not use any person from his country except his brothers. Krishna did something else. Krishna did not use weapon. He used something else. He used fighting, let people fight together. So we have to see where we are. Satyavadi Harishchandra is Satyu. He sacrificed everything for nation, for honesty, for everything he did. What we are doing? We are making corruption. We are taking bribes. We are doing everything which should not be done. And then they are saying we are patriots. You say Bharat Mata ki Jai and you save income tax. You say Bharat Mata ki Jai and make robbery. You say Bharat Mata ki Jai and loot bank. You say everything and do everything bad. Is it Bharat Mata ki Jai? It is curse to Bharat Mata. You are saying Vande Mataram and doing nothing for your land. What does Vande Mataram mean? Are you sacrificing yourself for this land? You are not doing that. Vande Mataram, you are saying. You are not understanding meaning of Vande Mataram. You are not understanding meaning of Bharat Mata ki Jai. But you are using these slogans for sake of politics only. Nothing else. If you serve this country, there is no need of chanting Bharat Mata ki Jai and Vande Mataram, because you are already working for them. If you are serving poor people without any, you can say, any outcome, without any greed, you are serving God. If you are giving food to a Brahmin and not to a poor, you are not serving God. Your Brahmin is already having full stomach. He is already having money without any work. But this poor is not having food to eat. Whom should you give? To poor or the Brahmin? You should give to poor. This is law. This poor should have at least food. That person is a halwa puri. He is having everything. He is having dakshina, all things. You are touching his feet. But this means you are kicking out. Go away from here. Why you come here? You believe that or you believe this? Which one you believe? This earth is God's earth. This country is also God's country. You have to change it, make it better. A person who makes atom bomb is against God, and a person who makes electrical power by using nuclear energy is a bhakt of God. That's the difference. Which bhakt you want to be? You want to be atomic bhakt or you want to be electrical bhakt. You want to be nuclear bomb bhakt, or you can be atomic electrical bhakt. Which one you have to be? You have to decide. Breaking is very easy, but making is very difficult. Making takes patience, it takes concentration, it takes hard work, it takes your sweat, it takes your blood, it takes your devotion, it takes your dedication, it takes your money, it takes your power, and then something is created. That is called engineering article, engineering product. Engineering is very difficult to understand. Engineering itself is ingenious. Engineer doesn't mean any engineer spelling. This is wrong spelling. And actually, it is ingenious. A person who is genius is an engineer. So engineers are most important for a country, and that is the reason I am talking. Don't misunderstand engineers. Engineers are not doing their job, which they should do. They have to spend something for country, but no, they are not. Government engineers are busy in corruption. In private sector, there are no jobs. And those who are working, people go and work outside. How they work? Just tell me. I work for around 20 years in Gulf, in Middle East. I used to work there with happiness because there were some specifications, there were honesty, there was some quality, there was some safety, and people respected engineers. But here, no. I just give an example. I was in Iraq in 1981. I was on some site, and I met some engineer from engineer who was superintending engineer in Maharashtra. He was there with me, and we were just talking something. He was given some job, some assignment of job, and he just he has to start some building on his site. So he was asked to do this. He was superintendent engineer in government of Maharashtra. He could not understand what to do. He used to take some paper and write something, send to someone, then write something, send to someone, do this, do this, do this. Nothing is started. People are concerned, what this people is doing, what this man is doing. He didn't talk to me. Nothing is going, what to do? You are sitting in office, you are just writing a slip to some people, do this, do this. Better go to that site, have a layout, have a survey, take some approval, then bring some machine and start excavation. So why should I do this? I am superintendent. You are superintending engineer in this country, Bharat, doesn't mean you are superintending engineer overseas. In overseas, engineering has a different meaning. Engineers are not bureaucrats there. They are engineers means you have to do. You can implement it. If excavation is required, survey is required, you have to get it done. You get it through surveyor or yourself. You do it, start it. This person say, I never did it. So why did you come here? If you never did it, if you are only a bureaucrat, not an engineer, you can only just write something and give to someone, do this. This is not engineering. You use support, but you supervise that, you do it, you execute that, you superintend that, you surveil it. That is the requirement of engineers. Our engineers really don't understand. That person said, my job in India is safe. I don't need his job. He just put resignations and left. So our engineers cannot work like that. Engineer means result. It doesn't mean theory only. We have to be designer and executor and prosecutor and supervisors and surveyors and superintendent, everything. Engineer means that result is required. That's it. Result with quality, with quantity, with value addition, and that is what I want country to be. I don't want this politics which is not value added, which is not quality, which is not quantity. Nothing. It's just cheating, deceiving, and speaking lies and all that, and we are believing that, unfortunately. And we will keep believing it for 500 years if you don't think so. Believe me. These people shall be there, enjoy whole life, their powers and prime ministership and ministership and MPship and all that. They will never bother about you. You see, they raise their salaries very fast and they don't raise public salary very fast. This is a clear example. If their own salary is coming, immediately they raise it. It may be state assembly or it may be parliament, Lok Sabha, immediately they raise it. And for poor, if they have to give, oh no, it's not, funds are not available. Budget is not available. We cannot give it. For people who are appointing them, they don't have anything. And for themselves, they have everything. They just phone to banks, give loan to this. They have time for that. But they don't phone to banks, kill this man, pull it back and do this. They don't have that. This is politics, you think? This is just a loot of a country. Congress used to loot by working. And this government is using without working. How you say? Congress, you may say Congress was a corrupt. Yes, it was a corrupt, I understand. It was corrupt because we allowed it to be corrupt. Okay, fine. But it did something. It developed nation, and of course, one who develops must have been a little thief in that. They must have taken bribe. I'm not denying that. But this man, this government, is asking them not to do anything, just take money and go. This is difference. If you accept this difference, very good. It's up to you. And if you don't accept this difference, fight. Fight with system. Fight with everything. Or else your country will be like this forever. You may be calling yourself anything, doesn't matter. All world know what we are. Everybody knows what we are. Don't think they don't know. They know it very well. We are only busy in pleasing some section of our society and not whole section of our society. That is a drawback in our system, in our political system. Our political system has been made as such. You Hindu section, Muslim section, Sikh section, Isai section, SC, ST, OBC, this and that. In these sections we are busy always. We are not busy in our nation. We are not busy in progress. We are not busy in development. We are not busy in pushing ourselves. Means Prime Minister wants his seat safe, government wants his power safe, judge wants he should be safe, government IAS officer wants to be safe. Only problem is public should die. That's all. That conception has to go if we want this nation to move forward. But we are responsible for that. Now there is war is standing on our head, maybe you understand or not. War is standing currently on our heads and we are facing that soon if things move like that. Because things have gone in the wrong direction. The status of this country has gone in the wrong direction. They have done something which they should not have done. We should avoid. You cannot keep 1 crore people under arrest forever. Already 2 weeks, fortnight has gone, they are under arrest. You cannot keep them, you have no right to do so forever. Yes, 1 day, 2 days, okay, for precaution ways can be. If you keep on like that, there will be outbursts and there will be rising and uprising and super uprising one day, and you will not be able to handle that successfully. And that's the problem. There's a cause where evil stays there, and this shall come onto our heads later on. Today we are happy, we have done this, we are happy in something which is not ours, but when we face problems, we have to face it. Time is going that two countries will fight now. It doesn't work. It doesn't work fully. Why should we fight? Why don't we try to solve it at initial itself? Why should we initiate something in correct way? You will say he's talking against Bharat. Yes, you may say that. I'm talking against Bharat. I'm not talking against Bharat. You are thinking against Bharat. That's the problem. There is no formula. There is no concentration. There is no consultation. There is no conference. There is nothing, and you take some decision. You take many decisions and destroy that. You had taken decisions about demonetization and destroyed complete economy and complete unorganization sector, and till now we are affected. You have taken decision of GST and till now we are affected, and you have taken many decisions which will keep on affecting for years to come. Why should you take that type of decision? Why don't you consult your people, your country? Why don't you consult those people who are impacted upon by the decision? Because you will not do that. And that leads to hard pursuit only after some time. It's happening in many countries. Hard pursuit is happening. See, Syria 8 years. Palestine 70 years, not 8 years. Hong Kong just 2-3 months. It's happening. Yemen. Where else you want to see? Venezuela. Where else you want to see? So many other places. Do you want to join that area? Why don't you stay in peace? Why don't you talk to people? Why you afraid people? Why you are fearful of people? Why do you fear away? You are not able to talk to people. You are not able to answer to them. You are not able to talk to press. Whom do you want to talk to? You talk to yourself only, and that's it. Is it right way? Were you appointed by yourself? Were you elected by yourself? Yes, you are elected by yourself. That's why you are doing this. You know that you don't need people's vote. You can manage by something else. That is not solution. There is no way a solution. That's a detrimental angle. That's a detrimental road and going to destroy our country. But people are there, protector of this country. People have to think, forget names of leaders from your mind, remove all leaders from your mind. You become your own leader. Don't worry about these leaders, let them go where they want to go. Forget Congress, forget BJP, forget all. Remember yourself, you are leader of this country. You have to think 1000 times before voting, because you are voting for your country, you are not voting for these political leaders. If your vote is wrong, nation go to destruction and you will be responsible for that. Why do you want to push someone? Why do you want to see some face for this nation? Don't see any face for this nation. It is job of MPs to elect leader. It is job of your MLAs to elect the leaders. They will elect themselves. You elect best one representative, but you cannot think that way because you don't understand constitution. There is no description in constitution, no mandate constitution. Read whole constitution, and it's my open challenge to all citizens of this country. Read constitution and show me where is procedure for appointment of prime minister. Where is provision that prime minister is elected by people? Where is provision that you have to vote for prime minister? Just show me. There is no article as such, no article. But you are not understanding that. You never understand that because you do not understand that. And you are harming your interests, you're harming your society, you're harming your future, and you're harming each and everything that you should have avoided. But you are harming because you cannot understand. No one can teach you. You go to Constitution, the responsibility mentioned. You go through Schedule 7, you will find various lists. That is, you can say, state, that is central list, state list, and concurrent list. These lists clearly specify, clearly indicate what responsibilities Lok Sabha has, what responsibility Assembly has, what responsibilities combination of these two have. We don't understand that. Why? Let us, for example, I have already told you about this central list, and I have told you about the state list. And just a few examples. I'm just giving you about this. You can say this list of concurrent list. I'm saying. Let us go through this for 2-3 minutes just before closing this video. And I just tell you what is this list, which gives powers to both state and center to enact laws. For example, it says one number. This list 3, concurrent list in Schedule 7 of Constitution, and it says criminal law, including all matters included in Indian Penal Code at commencement of this Constitution, but excluding offences against laws with respect to any of matters specified in list. So again, I'm like criminal law, including all matters included in Indian Penal Code at commencement of this Constitution, but excluding offences against laws with respect to any of matters specified in List 1 or List 2, and excluding use of naval, military, and air force or any other armed forces of Union in aid of civil power. Number 2 is criminal procedure, including all matters included in code or criminal procedure at commencement of this Constitution. Then number 3 is preventive detention for reasons connected with security of state, maintenance of public order, or maintenance of supplies and service essentials to community persons subjected to such detention. Then number 4 is removal from one state to another state of prisoners, accused persons, and persons subjected to preventive detention for reasons specified in entry 3 of this list. And number 5, marriage and divorce, infants and minors, adoption, wills and intestacy and succession, joint family and partition, all matters in respect of which parties in judicial proceedings were immediately before commencement of this Constitution subject to their personal law. Then transfer of property other than agricultural land, registration of deeds and documents, then contracts including partnership, agency, contracts of carriage, and other special forms of contracts, but not including contracts relating to agricultural land, actionable wrongs, and then 9 is bankruptcy and insolvency, then 10 is trust and trustees, and then 11 is administrators, general and official trustees, then 11A, administration of justice, constitution and organization of all courts except Supreme Court and High Courts. Then 12 is evidence and others. Evidence and oaths, recognition of laws, public acts and records, and judicial proceedings. And 13 is civil procedure, including all matters included in Code of Civil Procedure at commencement of this Constitution, limitation and arbitration. Then 14 is contempt of court, but not including contempt of Supreme Court. Then 15 is vagrancy, nomadic and migratory tribes. Then lunacy and mental deficiency, including places for reception or treatment of lunatics and mental deficiencies. Then 17 is prevention of cruelty to animals, and 17A is forests. 17B is protection of wild animals and birds. 18 is adulteration of foodstuff and other goods. 19 is drugs and poisons, subject to provisions of entry 59 of list 1 with respect to opium. Then 20 is economic and social planning. Then 20A is population control and family planning. Then 21 is commercial and industrial monopolies, combines and trusts. Then 22 is trade unions, industrial and labor disputes. Then 23 is social security and social insurance, employment and unemployment. Then there is 24, welfare of labor, including conditions of work, provident funds, employers' liability, workmen's compensation, invalidity and old age pensions, and maternity benefits. Then 25 is education, including technical education, medical education, and university, subject to provisions of entry 63, 64, 65, and 66 of list 1, vocational and technical training of labor. Then 26 is legal, medical, and other professions. Then 27 is relief and rehabilitation of persons displaced from their original place of residence by reason of settling up of dominions of India and Pakistan. Then 28 is charities and charitable institutions, charitable and religious endowments and religious institutions. Then 28 is charities and charitable institutions, And then 29 is prevention of extension from one state to another of infectious or contagious diseases or pests affecting man, animals, or plants. Then 30 is vital statistics, including registration of births and deaths. Then 31 is ports other than those declared by or under law made by Parliament or existing laws to be major ports. Then 32 is shipping and navigation on inland waterways as regards mechanically propelled vessels and rule of road on such waterways, and carriage of passengers and goods on inland waterways subject to provisions of list 1 with respect to national waterways. And 33 is trade and commerce in and production, supply and distribution of production of any industry where control of such industry by unions is declared by Parliament by law to be expedient in public interest, and imported goods of same kind as such products. B is foodstuff, including edible oil seeds and oils. C is cattle fodder, including oil cakes and other concentrates. D is raw cotton, whether ginned or unginned, and cotton seeds and raw juice. Weights and measures, except establishments of standards. Then price control. Then mechanically propelled vehicles, including principles on which taxes on such vehicles are to be levied. Then factories, then boilers, and electricity. And newspapers, books, and printing process. And number 40 is archaeological sites and remains other than those declared by or under law made by Parliament to be of national importance. Then 41 is custody, management, and disposal of property, including agricultural land declared by law to be evacuee property. Then 42 is acquisition and requisition of property. Then 43 is recovery in a state of claims in respect of taxes and other public demands, including areas of land revenue and sums recoverable as such areas rising outside that state. 44 is stamp duties other than duties or fees collected by means of judicial stamps, but not including rates of stamp duty. And 45 is inquiries and statistics for purposes of any of matters specified in list 2 and list 3. 46 jurisdiction and powers of all courts except Supreme Court with respect to any of matters in this list. 47 is fees in respect of any of matters in this list, but not including fees taken in any court. So this is called 7th schedule, concurrent list, and then there will be, for example, 8th schedule, which says Article 344 languages, for example, Assamese, Bengali, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipur, Maratha, Nepali, Oriya, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santhali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu. This is eighth schedule, and then goes to ninth schedule, which is nothing to explain here because it involves those names of you can say acts which are adopted by president. That something else means. So I just it is that we understand this now what we are talking of. So this list was concurrent list which are regarding powers of you can say center as well as power of the state to enact laws, and this was very important. These representatives must know about this. If you don't know it, they are no worth for us. And again, I'm just telling that now current issues regarding this Kashmir issue, which is also a very burning issue, and there is no solution for this currently, and government of India has actually entered a state of doldrum, and they are on a state of dilemma what to do, not to do. They have done something which could be avoided at this stage, because instrument of accession is very important document. You first again read that. I'm telling you, you might have missed it, but it clearly says that whatever has been done should not have been done. It should have been done gradually and should allow some time, but this hasn't been done. This document does not allow you to take land without king's permission or without assembly's permission. Even though you have changed Article 370, it does not empower you, because this article is still in force. It has not been annulled, it has not been repealed. This is still there in force, and this clearly says that you are not allowed to take any land from there without assistance and without approval of that king, or you can say assembly of that area. This is clearly, you go through this article, you can understand only by that, otherwise you cannot understand. You are only misrepresenting yourself and nothing else. It clearly says that it will not allow, and and the part I'm just searching out in this, where it is somewhere here. uh, I just read that one. First, it says in Article 8, it says nothing in this instrument affects continuance of an sovereignty in and over this state, or save as provided by or under this instrument, as exercise of any powers, authority, and rights now enjoyed by me as ruler of this state, or validity of any law at present in force in this state. This is number 8. And if you see number 7, nothing in this instrument shall be deemed to be a commitment to any way as to acceptance of any future constitution of India, or to fetter my discretion to enter into arrangement with government of India under any such future constitution. And if you go to number 6, it says also nothing in this instrument shall empower Dominion of Bharat legislature to make any law for this state authorizing compulsory acquisition of land. See, this is Article 6 in this, is very, very important. Again, everything, nothing in this instrument shall empower Dominion legislature to make any law for this state authorizing compulsory acquisition of land for any purpose. But I hereby undertake that should Dominion for purpose of Dominion law which applies in this state deems it necessary to acquire any land, I will at their request acquire that land at their expense, or if land belongs to me, transfer it to them on such terms as may be agreed, or in default of agreement determined by an arbitrator to be appointed by Chief Justice of India. And clearly it says that. And number 5, it says, terms of this my instrument of taxation shall not be varied by any amendment of Act or of Indian Independence Act 1947, unless such amendment is accepted by me by an instrument supplementary to this instrument. And number 4 says, I'm just going reverse, I hereby declare that I accede to Dominion of India on assurance that if an agreement is made between Governor General, and ruler of this state, whereby any function in relations to administration in this state of any law of the Dominion legislature shall be exercised by ruler of this state, then any such agreement shall be deemed to form part of this instrument and shall be construed and have effect accordingly. So these are provisions that are specific. Other 3 provisions are there which are just accepting that, and that means there's a normal one. But these 4 are very important for us to understand, because we have failed to understand that, and this affect everything. When he says, I don't allow any land, you can buy directly. This means even if you change 370 or you change 35A, you cannot implement it until this letter, which is entitling instrument of accession, is in force, and government has not told till now it is in force or it is ex force. If it is in force, you cannot buy even now. If it's X force, that's very, very difficult. And very, very you have defected yourself. This nation, this sorry JNK, which was nation that time, has gone out of your hand. Why don't you understand these 2 points? You cannot buy land there. You cannot change there this law. You have changed this law. You impact upon this law. You violated this agreement, and you cannot buy there. You have four. You cannot buy by force. This is what it says. You cannot change anything. These 3 points are very, very specific, and we must understand this point. If we miss these points, we cannot do anything. And that is why I'm trying to tell, don't take it for otherwise, because these are facts on this. You go yourself, read it, understand it, and then comment. Otherwise, you are in wrong direction. You are in wrong hands. If you don't understand this, it's not my problem. It clearly says that whatever has been done so far in name of Article 370, which came into our Constitution in 1950, while this act was passed, this instrument accession was passed in 1947. After a gap of 3 years, this was brought into our Constitution just to represent JNK constitutionally, nothing else. And then there was an agreement in 1952, Delhi Agreement, and in 1954 something else was there for titles. So we have to see everything in combination. We cannot just see, oh, it is in our constitution, take it out. No. In your constitution, it was because of some reason. If you take it out, that reason shall also go out. Understand this. I am an engineer. I understand because I know contracts. It's not because I know law. I understand contract. I know contract law. I know arbitration management. I know engineering management. I know how to operate contracts. I know how to deal with contractors, deal with client and all that. That's why I'm talking this. It is very simple now. Our contracts are very complicated. There are packages of contracts in our line, in our profession. We have to interpret each and everything. There are hundreds of specifications, thousands of pages on documents, drawings and all that. We have to understand that way. It's very small document, instrument accession, and these are very children type acts. These are children type documents. These are not very descriptive. And even then we could not understand this. We failed to understand. Government failed, president failed, system failed, people failed, Lok Sabha failed, and Rajya Sabha failed. They could not coordinate these documents together. They could not woven. Means document cannot be taken in isolation. You cannot take out this and finish. No, these are interwoven documents like a cloth. You have to read them that way. One is linked to other, and other linked to this one and this way and that way. If you don't take this way, you are a fool, I will simply say. Because you don't understand what is required to be understood, what is required to be checked with. You did not do that, and you made disservice, did disservice to the nation. You say, I have taken 370. Somebody is saying it's not 370, that's approval. Somebody says something, somebody says something else. But president says CO 48 is finished. This means 370 is finished. Simple. President order CO, which he has replaced all CO 48, brought into the old constitution applies to state of JNK, and he says all 48 have gone. These titles of Riyasat, okay, fine, no problem. If you have removed 370 in full, you have done disservice to yourself. And if you have not done in full, you have also disservice to that, because you have violated instrument of accession and Delhi Agreement. Instrument of accession says you have no authority to interfere in our land. Now, how can you buy? Just tell me. You may feel happy, you may be jumping, yes, you can mislead people, of course you can. But one day people realize, because they are not clear about this article, and maybe, I don't know, even 0.5% people have read it. These politicians simply, they don't understand what is there. They are only debating for now, for sake of debating. Otherwise, there is no need of this stuff. You have to understand that. If you cannot understand, you are causing problem for yourself. You are causing disservice for yourself, because this country doesn't move on your erroneous work. You have to understand everything in right, in black and white. If you cannot understand in black and white, I can't help it. See, I always make a chain of Even if there is a correspondence, you don't think I take single letter. If suppose on some issue in our projects, there are correspondence, 50 correspondence on some issue, we link them together. And there will be interdisciplinary communication. We link them to, and then we read one by one and link which point is linked to which one, which reference is linked to which reference, and that is called professional writing. That is called professional interpretation of documents. That's called professional construction of documents. If you cannot do that, we are not professionals. Same thing applies here. Every lawyer knows what is coordination. Every judge knows what is coordination. Don't think they don't know. But they cannot do themselves. Somebody has to do for them. That's a problem. Only problem. A court wants everything should be in my desk in clear, in coordinated way. Otherwise, I don't know anything on this. Okay, judge is right, because judge is not just duty to coordinate documents. He must be told this is this and this and that. And lawyer is supposed to do all this. But lawyers must know first what is coordination. They should know first what is interpretation. One lawyer interprets something in one way and another lawyer interprets something else, but a person who's directly doing that on project side, he knows what is right or what is wrong. Because every engineer cannot be a lawyer, and a lawyer can never be an engineer. See, it is like that. When we work on sites, we have many problems on sites: physical problems, contractual problems, technical problems, coordinational problems, and site problems, and market problems. We cannot fulfill everything. Oh, if you have not written to this, you're not. Yes, it takes time to coordinate. It takes time to submit letters, to write letters. So we do. It's not that we don't do. We do it everything. Some forgets. Those people who don't understand. So there are many people employed for this. Of contractual engineers, contract engineers provided. Site agents are provided. They do contractual work. Same thing they give to lawyers when there is a dispute. But lawyers, I have experienced myself. I have observed that lawyers cannot pick up what we say. They have different approach. They have that approach where they don't know to do something. You give them paki pakai, bas cooked food you give them, they will eat. That's not profession of law. You have to check everything, you have to examine and study everything. But because you have many cases, you want somebody should do for you, and you just put numbers on that. That's not your job. But here we have seen sometimes in go to America, judges sometimes investigate themselves. Pakistan Chief Justice, many times I refer his name, now it is retired. Justice Nisar, he never cared for his job only. He used to go to sites, he used to go to problem makers, go to so many, you can say defendant area, other area, what is this and what is that. He used to check himself. It's a good judgment. You can rely on that judgment, but you are sitting there, everything you bring to me, and I'll take only this, what this paper says, and what this paper says, and what this law says, and what is I'll just give an answer. Our judicial system is like that. What happened in Peru Khan? They released all. Person has died. You don't know who is responsible. You release. It happens in every case here. Who is benefit or doubt, and person is released. But who shall be punished? Person has died. Person has murdered. His person is murdered. And you are not pinpointing who is person. This means investigation agencies are not working properly. Your reports are yourself saying. So what's purpose of this? You remove them. You appoint your own investigation. You make your own team. Let them investigate. Why don't you do that? Why you want to CBI, someone who are government controlled? Why don't you put them under control? Put them under control and let them investigate. You are not doing. You are not taking that also. This means public should not get justice, and judges should work. Court should exist, government should exist, public may or may not get justice, no worry. How long can you move like this? This means what I'm saying, change. Change is not simply required in election. Change is required in legislature. Change is required in executive. Change is required in judiciary. Change is required in every area. Change, and change. If you do not change, this nation shall change you. Do you want this nation shall change you, or you want change yourself? You have to decide that. If you can decide, it's fine. If you cannot decide, someone shall not come to decide for you. Again, I'm saying Krishna is not coming and Ram is not coming. You are Krishna and you are Ram. You have to decide. If you cannot decide, suffer. You have been suffering. You continue suffering. Nobody shall help you. This is your country. Sovereign people you are, secular people you are, socialist people you are, democratic people you are, and republic you are. Republic, you are king in place of king. You are republic means that previously it was kingdom, now it's in hands of public, so it is a republic. Means you are king of this country, collective king. 130 crore people are king of this country, and you cannot do yourself. Nobody shall do it for you. That's the problem. And political people knows this. They know it very well. They know it very well. They are not serious. They are not serious because they have job, game blaming, blame this, blame. Oh, because that party was there before this government was there, playing blaming game. They do this game plan. Sufferers, public sufferer, individual is sufferer. I am sufferer. You are sufferer. People are sufferer. Who bothers? Why should they bother about you and me? No issue, no botherance. I may. बहुत बोल दिया, मैं इतना बोलने की आवश्यकता नहीं थी आपको कि इतना बोल के जा रहे, बोले जा रहे, बोले जा रहे, बोले जा रहे। अरे भाई, मैं तो सिर्फ इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि समझ लो अपने बारे में, समझ लो अपने देश के बारे में, समझ लो अपने संविधान के बारे में, समझ लो अपने इस देश में क्या हो रहा है उसके बारे में। नहीं तो सफर करने वाले दुख आपको होगा, मुझे होगा, पब्लिक को होगा, नेताओं को नहीं होने वाला, ना लेजिस्लेचर को दुख होने वाला है, न्यायपालिका को, किसी को दुख नहीं होने वाला, किसी को फर्क नहीं पड़ना। उनके अपने सबके फ्यूचर हैं, सबके प्रेजेंट हैं, सब आराम से जी रहे हैं, उनको क्या लेना देना है, वकीलों को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला, जजों को फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला, सब मस्ती मार रहे हैं, सब अपने अपने में लाखों केस, करोड़ों केस पेंडिंग पड़े हैं, पड़े रहो, कौन पूछता है, मरते रहो, मर जाओ, आपकी प्रॉपर्टी का डिसीजन हो जाएगा, होगा। तो जब ऐसा देश हो जाए जहां कोई किसी की जिम्मेदारी ना ले, तो वो हालत आपके खुद पैदा किए हुए हैं। लोग न्यायालय को मंदिर मानते हैं, भगवान मानते हैं न्यायाधीश को, लेकिन उसका कर्म भी तो ऐसा होना चाहिए। अगर वो फैसले ही ना करना चाहे तो कोई क्या करेगा? अगर वो सरकार से डर जाए तो कोई क्या करेगा? और उसे अपने आप पे डर हो जाए तो क्या करेगा? कोई नहीं सुधार सकता उसको। जब न्यायालय सरकार से डरने लग जाए तो वो न्यायालय नहीं रहता, याद रखिएगा। सरकार पब्लिक की नौकर होती है, पब्लिक की मालिक नहीं होती है। प्रधानमंत्री भी पब्लिक का नौकर होता है, उसको समझना पड़ेगा। ये हर बात पे अपने चलाने से काम नहीं चलता है। आप सब कुछ नहीं जानते, सब कुछ दुनिया में कोई भी नहीं जानता, लेकिन आप ऐसा करते जाते हैं कि मैं ही सब कुछ जानता हूं, तो उसका रिजल्ट भी ऐसा ही होता है, बुद्धुओं वाला ऐसा रिजल्ट जिसका फिर सोल्यूशन निकलना बहुत मुश्किल है। आप करोड़ों लोगों को जेल बना के रख देते हैं, उसका सोल्यूशन आज आपके पास नहीं है। आपने ऐसा हालात कर दिया है, 15 दिन हो गए हैं वो लोग जेल में बैठे हैं, वो आज आपको अगर थोड़ा कर्फ्यू में निकालते हैं तो फिर लड़ाई शुरू हो जाती है। मतलब आपने एक पब्लिक के ग्रुप पे वार कर दिया, तो उसकी जिम्मेदारी किसकी है? पब्लिक पे वार कर दिया आपने। कुछ भी हो, वो हमारे देश के नागरिक थे, हैं, वो हमारे देश का हिस्सा है। आपने अपने एक हिस्से पे अटैक कर दिया, क्या ये सही है? आप कहेंगे 370 हटाना जरूरी था, तो अटैक करना भी जरूरी था क्या? और कब तक आप दबा के रखेंगे उनको? कितने साल, कितने महीने? आपके हाथ से निकल गई बंदूक, गलती से फिसल गई आपके हाथ से, और आपके पास अब रास्ता नजर नहीं आ रहा कि क्या करें। कब तक दबाएंगे उनको? कहते रहो, अब शोर मचाते रहो, हमारा अधिकार है, हमारा इंटरनल मैटर है। जब आदमियों पे आंच आने लगे तो इंटरनल मैटर नहीं रहता। जब नागरिक 1,80,90 लाख जितने भी हमको दबा के रखा जाएगा तो क्वेश्चन उठेंगे, सारी दुनिया में उठेंगे। आपका दुश्मन तो आपके साथ बैठा है, वो तो उठाएगा, उसको भी आप भूल जाइए, बाकी उठाएंगे। आज आपके साथ वो हो सकते हैं, लेकिन कब तक वो आपका साथ देंगे वो भी बात करेंगे। आपको कोई अधिकार नहीं है, लेकिन आपने ऐसा कर दिया, भूल में कर दिया, तो कोई क्या करेगा? एक भी नागरिक को आप बंदी बना के बिना कानून नहीं रख सकते, संविधान कहता है। लेकिन संविधान तो गया, आप मानते कब है? संविधान के सामने माथा रखने से और उसको मानने में, दोनों में फर्क होता है। आप नहीं मानते संविधान को, आप बिल्कुल नहीं मानते। मानते हो तो ऐसे काम ही नहीं करते। आपने जोश में आके ऐसा काम कर दिया जिसमें जोश से ज्यादा होश चाहिए था, लेकिन आपने जोश में किया। कर दो यार, देखेंगे क्या होता है बाद में। मुसीबत पब्लिक को झेलनी पड़ेगी, झेल रही है। उन लोगों को क्या कसूर था जिनको आपने 15 दिन से बंदी बना के रखा है? क्या कसूर था उनका, बताइए। 370 आपने हटाया, उन्होंने तो डलवाया था, आपने उनको छीन लिया उनके कारण को। वो क्या आपके पैर छूंगे आके, आपकी आरती उतारेंगे वो कि आओ जी बहुत अच्छा किया आपने हमारे लिए? उनको आपने मार दिया, उनका अधिकार छीन लिया, उनकी सत्ता छीन ली, और फिर कहते हैं ये वो आतंकवादी हैं। अरे आतंकवादी तो आप बनेंगे, वो तो थे ही नहीं आतंकवादी, अब बनेंगे आतंकवादी। जब आप उनको तंग कर रहे हैं बिना मतलब पे, अरे आप करते तो तरीके से आप करते ना जो करना था आपको। किसने मना किया था आपको करने के लिए? पर आपने तो एक सोते हुए कुंभकर्ण को उठा दिया, वो बेचारा 70 साल से सो रहा था, यूएन के रिजोल्यूशन को लेके 70 साल से सो रहा था, वो बहुत कुछ लेके, कोई पूछने वाला नहीं, शांति से काम, सिमला समझौता उठा दिया आपने, यूएन के रिजोल्यूशन को उठा दिया आपने, इंस्ट्रूमेंट एक्सेशन को उठा दिया आपने, एक जगह आपने कील ठोकी तो सारी की सारी उस तार में बिजली के में आग लग गई, उससे काटने से 2 तार मिल गए और फायर हो गई। और वो फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर आपके पास है नहीं, ना आपके पास कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड है, ना आपके पास फोम है, ना आपके पानी आप यूज नहीं कर सकते वहां पे, आप करेंगे क्या? अब ये प्रॉब्लम आपको हो गई है, अब इसको सुलझाएगा कौन भाई? आपने प्रॉब्लम तो कर दी है, अब प्रॉब्लम सॉल्यूशन कहां से आएगा? पब्लिक देगी सॉल्यूशन, पब्लिक कहां से देगी? अरे जो वेट कर रहा था आपसे लड़ने की, वो आज खुश हो रहा है, जो आपसे डरता था वो खुश हो रहा है। आप कहते रहिए हमने उसको डरा दिया, वो आपने नहीं डरा दिया, वो खुश हो रहा है कि आपने अच्छा किया कि उसकी आवाज बुलंद कर दी। आपने उसकी आवाज बुलंद कर दी अपने दुश्मन की गलती से, वो दुश्मन फैल रहा है, शोर मचा रहा है, चाहे कुछ भी कर रहा है, नहीं कर, रिजल्ट आए ना आए, शोर तो मचा रहा है, बदनाम तो कर दिया भारत को उसने। आप कहते रहिए, सब कह रहे हैं आंतरिक मूल्य, जब दुनिया कहने लगे तो उसका मतलब आंतरिक कहाँ रह गया वो? जब सब कह रहे हैं मिल के बात करो, बैठ जाओ, बात सुलझाओ, शांति रखो, रिस्ट्रेन रखो, कौन नहीं कह रहा है? शिमला समझौता सामने आ गया तो कहाँ आकर से आंतरिक रह गया वो? आपने अच्छी भली चीज को गिरा दिया। आपका धन्यवाद प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपने बहुत अच्छा किया, मैं आपको बुरा नहीं कहता। आपने जो है दो जगह इस देश की जनता को लाके आपने लड़ाई के मोड़ पे खड़ा कर दिया, आपका धन्यवाद, नमस्ते, जय भारत। और मैं क्या कहूँ, उस समय यही कहेगा ना आदमी, आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया, पब्लिक को आपने बेवकूफ बना दिया, बस अब करो लड़ाई, और नहीं तो समझ सुलझा लो इसको। अच्छा है जल्दी जल्दी सुलझा लो, नहीं तो प्रॉब्लम है ही।